this Lee Sin and play towards Xiaohu in that top lane.
Okay, Konami going back towards this Kha'Zix as well, so definitely seeing a lot of priority on this. Last time, of course, we saw it didn't have a great amount of success on it. It was a...
Get that setup, gets a good amount of damage down, and although you're running the Aftershock, you can see the extended trade means that they're able to chase Ming down, and now...
Oh, they're going for it, but they are going to drop the Ignite. Lumao has to force his flash away, but his first blood, can he get away with it? Yes, he does. No level 2 just yet. Oh, Zoom put down the ward a little bit too late, stopped his back, and now he's underneath the tower. Wade's going to try and go in with a Sonic Wave. There is no flash, remember, on the Gwen. They're going to be able to get him and gift that kill over to Xiaohu. It's almost going to be going down. No, Xiaohu will fall back. He could not get out in time, so it is a trade, but just still... Now he has. He's got all 3 abilities. He didn't actually have his W there for a second, or his E, excuse me, so is he going to go for the Hex Flash? Yes, he is. There we go. The knock up and the knock back. They're going to be able to get Lumao, who has no real way out. And Wei finally makes himself known in this game.
Wei is, though, RNG don't really care about these early dragons. They're not a big worry about these early Rift Heralds as well. They're pretty average when you look at their stats. What they want is that getting that right timing on the reset. So really good job from Konami to read that play and shut it down to Zoom.
Well, Zoom goes in with the needlework. It's going to be a little bit difficult to take down the Jace, as now they can jump back in with the Galio ultimate as well. Destiny Gate has been used, but the shield Duran is enough to keep Jace alive, but only for a few more seconds. Both top laners fall, but now Yagao in a lot of trouble. The junglers did not leave, and JDG lose 2 for 1.
Lumao is coming up here. Konami still waiting. Ming a long way from this play. They could look for the 2v2, but without the isolation damage, Konami just doesn't really have it.
Does not, but he might have it just now as Lumao jumps in with the Zenith Blade. They're going to use the Solar Flare as well. The isolation damage that you just talked about, Dagda, is good enough, and they will get it back again. Flash in forward, but a great headbutt pulverize on the 2. The TP coming in to try and keep Lumao safe will be enough to dissuade Ming, and he might have himself in a little bit of trouble, but with the Unbreakable, it's TPs all over the place. Double TP here for RNG as they jump back into the fight. Here's the shield of Duran, but it's going to be going golden from Lumao. The gold card was used by Yagao on a minion, because he's like, I'm out of here. I ain't dealing with this. And he backs himself up. RNG still coming out trumps.
And RNG, it gets traded back and forth, back and forth. Damage, and Wei eventually does do so. Lumao able to set it up so the burst damage is too much. And they start this rigmarole over again. We're just going to come back to live here where Dragon did go the way of JDG, but it does open up the opportunity for Xiaohu to punish top.
It does indeed. That tower very, very low. And look who's back in the top lane. Wei here sitting in a bush waiting for Zoom, and he does land the Sonic Wave, and Zoom doesn't really have anywhere to go right now. He's trying to just use the needlework. One more Q will do it. It's deja vu. I've seen this before. Last time it was SOFM. This time it's Wei, and RNG will take full plates from this top side. Like you said, they don't care about the dragons. Now RNG just trying to win back some of that vision control, and do see the Umbral Glaive here pick up is pretty much the standard for Kha'Zix now. As you go and just kind of become a utility, you need that isolation, you need that unseen threat to give you that extra damage. Just curious to see what he upgraded on his level 6. We go straight in, the Grand Engine's going to be used, Chain of Corruption as well. They may only pick up 1, but it's going to be enough to get everyone from JDG to back up, but they're not done just yet. Zoom is getting killed and taken off the map. He just about keeps himself alive. They get the second charge from Shelly. And RNG, they're looking confident. They're feeling good about these fights right now.
They just took down the engage tool from JDG. They know they're free to just sit here and fire away at JDG because they don't have a risk of anyone trying to engage, especially in the 4 versus 5. So there's 2 towers gone off that Rift Herald play, and just like that. Well, that's the thing we were talking about, right? That you actually saw Wei and Ming putting a lot of pressure mid every time Yagao could have made these plays. So they did a face-to-face matchup is, hey, you know, Galio can match a lot of these roams, but Galio's also just better in a team fight. He provides more CC. He's not like able to win you out the fight from damage, but when you've got so much that you can bring to the table.
Worse for JDG.
Yeah, you can see the idea. Oh, hang on.
Yeah, they're going to be able to catch him. This is exactly what I was talking about. CC and isolation. This Leona Kha'Zix combination, and they get the flash from Xiaohu, and they may look for Baron.
And that's just sloppy from Xiaohu. We just said, hey, JDG, they need to try and make these plays where they're looking for picks, get control back on the map. The failed attempt onto Crying was kind of a breath of relief, and RNG just not respecting that. Now JDG turns towards the Baron. This is going to be a close one.
This is going to be very close. 4v5. Lumao taking a lot of damage, so he is not very tanky without that keystone going in, but he's taking out straight away. Chain of Corruption down onto 3 people, and you can see everyone just trying to run away now. JDG, Kanavi finds him on the backside. The Galio has gone down. They're using the needlework very, very nicely, but Kanavi has been killed as the Kazakhs does go down. Cleanse and Flash, but nowhere to go as Zoom is running with scissors. It's dangerous for you, not for him, and that's going to be a 3-for-2 trade, 3-for-4 overall in favor of JDG.
You'd be pretty happy with that as RNG, though. At least you stopped the Baron, and when your main source of gold wasn't in that fight, the fact you managed to come out even remotely is getting punished.
It was an ambitious move here from JDG. They want to try to go for that Baron as quick as they possibly could. Dragon is spawning in a couple of seconds. Gold card does land. They're going to try and jump everything out onto Gala, Xiao, I should say. But Gala ends up getting himself out, and they're going to be able to pick up another kill. And oh, if you can't kill them straight away, there's nothing you can do. The CC chains, the survivability's not going to be enough. Double kill for Wei, and RNG pick up 3 off of JDG, trying to find something for themselves.
That's the Ming VP we love. Coming out once again, you get Xiao who caught up. Unbreakable, starts to just left, right, and center. Get down, Mr. President. He is knocking everyone out of that fight and manages to keep Xiao who barely alive. And RNG now off the back of that managed to get this Baron for themselves as well. JDG will get themselves on towards that soul point, but this Baron up siege from RNG is about to come and crack them in the face.
Great move here from Ming. Siege up, put down the poke with the Jason, the Varus, and even just a CC chain. I don't think anyone can really defend these.
And look, if you try to engage on this as well, it's like, cool, we just saw what Ming is capable of doing. Cryin is now in a position as well, and you've got to try and fight through a chain of corruption as well. Like, it's so difficult as JDG to actually fight this. And not a hope as Kanavi you get an isolation damage.
Yagao used his flash in that last engage, and he got half-healthed by a piercing arrow accelerated shock blast combination. That is the bottom inhibitor down and out here for JDG. They will not getting you those heals, getting yourself back topped up, even these small little power spikes coming out. There's just nothing you can really do. And with Lumao having to go back to reset, he's going to try and chuck out the solar flare, but doesn't really land onto anybody. Ming still very, very tanky, still very, very healthy. There's the Zhonya's used by Lumao. The Destiny Gate has come in off the back of this. Yugao gets caught though by the Ming, and he gets himself deleted from Summoner's Rift. Priority of JDG, and this is a bit risky now for RNG.
Yeah, I mean, they've got some healing through Wei, and as you said, through the Alistair, but a lot of poke going back and forth, and Lumao now is too low to really go for this engage, so it feels like JDG are kind of caught between a rock and a hard place. The poke is coming in fast.
Poke is coming in fast. Mid lane was pushed in favor of JDG, but you can see the damage already down. Jace is the one who picks up the Baron. The Grand Engine's here for Cryin as he tries to get himself into this fight, and JDG are running great double Everfrost there onto Lumao and Yagao as they both fall to death at Baron. RNG,
and now they're looking for inhibitors.
I mean, Kanavi needs to get himself back into his base. He has to flash. He knows if he gets hit with that headbutt, the pulverize is not far away, so he no longer has that summoner in his pocket. And now with these exposed inhibitors, the groundwork that was done earlier on, RNG can just push in, not a care in the world, and there's just no real answer for JDG. They're just going to have to let this happen.
Yeah, and I mean, look at the top wave as well. That's about to crash too, so RNG, if they even want to, can just rotate over there and pick that up, or they can start to siege on towards the... Oh my god, Loken!
Good god, Loken almost just taken out of the server right there. So much damage. This 6th item Xiaohu is just insane, and now the fight can really happen. What fight? It was just a massacre onto Lumao. He's dead. Where's your engage? You have no way of coming back into this fight. The shield of Duran onto Zoom means that he's now caught between a rock and a hard place. Zoom will just about stay alive, but your Nexus turrets have fallen. This is going to be RNG almost certainly taking game 1.
I mean, there's 4 members still up for JDG and very low health bars on RNG.
Oh, they're going to go for it. We do see Cryin going golden. He's got the Zhonya's to keep himself alive. And, of course, the safeguard now with the Nexus exposed. I don't think you can defend this. Loken is dead. They're going to try and just pad the health bars off the side of RNG. They can turn back and take the fight. They have the cooldowns. The ace comes in, as does the first game. RNG still on a roll.
And Xiaohu ends it with the triple kill. The only way